Welcome on into the 19th episode of the Heel Tactics podcast.
I cannot
Yeah,
move my
we're
fingers.
okay.
Oh Lord!
This has been another week in wrestling.
Another week down.
Quite big. Honestly, not as good as last week, but
very big.
honestly bigger.
Very big.
Like plenty of stuff to talk about from both Raw and SmackDown.
Absolutely.
So how you doing, Michael?
I'm living the dream over here.
How's Seth Rollins doing?
Sadly, he's injured. Out on the shelf.
Seth Rollins is injured.
Adam Pearce announced he is on the shelf because of you two.
He said, we'll never know how bad off he was before you two attacked him.
Yep.
Paul Heyman said, we knew Seth had a bum shoulder.
Yeah.
They planned to overtake him. It didn't play like that on TV, personally.
Not at all.
It didn't look like
And then
Bronson
what he
Reed
said,
and Braun Breaker were conspiring against Seth. It looked like
Bronson joined him.
It looked like
Paul joined
Braun
him.
made an impromptu decision.
Yeah.
And Bronson likes Braun Breaker more than Seth Rollins.
And then he
That's what it
also
looks like.
completely contradicted this whole opening statement when he talked to Becky backstage. Granted, he was, trying to
He was
keep
weaseling
peace,
his
but
way out. I'll say this about the first segment. Oddly, as much as it sounds like garbage, I love that they came out with the duo theme song.
Yes.
Because it's showing that they're still equals.
Yes. When they were walking, because it starts with Bronson's, and I was like, oh, they're going to keep the dual theme, not just come out to Braun Breaker song every time. That's hot.
Yes, very happy about that because it's not just making Bronson Reed seem like a second fiddle.
Yes.
And, I mean, you might as well have a different theme song for the group as opposed to the
single
individuals.
stars. Yes.
They, as low effort as it sounds, they did put in effort to make the song.
Yeah.
Might as well use it.
So Pierce opened Raw by himself, announcing that Seth was out, that they would have to take the belt from Seth. Vision pulled up backstage. They walked to the
title.
ring.
Braun
Breaker
carrying
still
the
had the
title.
title. And Pierce says, Seth is no longer champ. Therefore, you no longer hold that belt. Please, or doesn't he say, please, give me the belt. And then Braun says, as soon as he grabbed the mic, I said, oh, God, here we go. Braun says, what if I don't? Pierce is like, you're going to give me the belt. Then he starts getting huffy and puffy, and Paul's like, here, let me talk to you real quick. And Paul Heyman pulls him aside, and then he says, ask nicely. Really? This is what we're doing to open Raw? Ask nicely. Say please.
I like the say please. I don't like the ask
Whatever.
nicely. I like the say please because of how it came up later. But.
Yeah, that was all right, but I understand you want to build Braun Breaker into the badass big dog, what that he is, and he don't
then
take
why
nothing.
wouldn't he just have kept the belt?
Yeah, at that point, just keep the belt. It was, I don't know. I think I already had like the negative connotation once Braun grabbed a mic, and I was like, oh, I'm going to not like this, so I didn't like it even more, maybe. But I thought it was rough. Pierce announces that there's going to be an over-the-top battle royal to determine
Pretty much the whole roster.
Yeah,
Even
to
people who had
determine
matches that night.
who's facing CM Punk at Saturday Night Main Event to crown the new World Heavyweight Champion.
The graphic pops up with everyone, including Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Later in the night, after waiting outside of Pierce's office, Pierce tells Paul Heyman, oh, I had to talk to the graphics people.
Get the graphic changed.
Because I had to remove Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed from the graphic for the Battle Royal. Because they will not be in the match.
Absolutely.
To which he says, I'm assuming you're here to ask for them to be in the match. Paul Heyman asks, and he says, say please. Paul Heyman does.
Please, Mr.
And then Adam Pearce says, no.
Yeah.
And then slams the door.
Well, he says, he does the whole please, and then Pierce says, was that so hard? And Paul's like, no, it was actually quite enjoyable. I love working with you. You're such a professional. Stuff like that. And then he says, no, slam the door. Paul turns around to face
Becky Lynch.
the GOAT.
I liked this.
Yes.
Becky Lynch is basically just mean mugging him.
Yeah.
Staring him down.
Never liked
Paul
you.
Heyman rambles on about how, oh, I even got in his way until harm actually came. And
Yeah.
oh,
It was all Braun and Bronson. I was protecting him and, well, like I said, contradicting what he said earlier in the night.
And Becky said, I don't like you.
Your
never liked you.
Salesman ain't going to work on me.
When he comes back, he's not going to kill you.
Well, he says Seth is shocked it took you this long to betray him. Seth was using you this whole time. You think you were using him, but he was using you. And when he comes back, he's not going to hurt you. He's just going to find whatever person you've hitched to their coattails.
Whatever Nepo baby.
Yeah, whatever Nepo baby you've hitched to next, and he's going to kill them. And she slapped him on the face all nice and walked out. I loved it. Great. Mm-hmm. But also, it won't probably happen again. They don't need to interact again.
They won't.
Yeah.
This
Becky
was
and
just
Paul
because,
don't need to
like,
interact.
you knew inevitably this interaction needed to happen, so go ahead and do it.
Agreed. Becky
and
served
because,
as,
well, Seth couldn't be there to talk for himself.
Yeah, she was like the mouthpiece to the fans.
So it would have
and
just
Paul
kind of
for
felt out of
Seth.
place because people would be like, wait, so why is Becky acting like nothing's happened?
Yeah. So they don't need to interact again. But I liked that segment.
I don't know how long Seth's going to be out for. He's already had surgery.
Yeah, it's going to be months.
But that Braun Breaker feud's going to hit.
Hopefully.
Battle Royal.
One more backstage segment. When Paul went back to Braun and Bronson, and Braun's like, we walked in with the title. Now we don't even get a chance to compete in the match. And Paul's like, let me teach you a little history lesson. And he brings up Brock and he brings up Punk and the guys that he's vaulted to the top of the company, getting into Braun's head like, you listen to me, you let me do the politicking, I'll get you there. And Braun and Bronson are just okay with it.
They're just like, there's a lot we need to learn.
And a lot of people we need to not take down or something like that. No.
Yeah.
That was the end of that.
Actually, another segment relating to the Battle Royal between the Usos.
Yes.
Which Jimmy and Jay are like, pretty much, we're good. We're both in that Battle Royal.
It started, though. Jimmy's just like taping his fingers up.
Yeah.
Jay walks in and goes, oh, what, you want me to acknowledge you now?
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
that's sharp.
But he was like, maybe your problem isn't that you keep helping people. Your problem is that you don't believe
Yeah,
in
Jay Uso stopped believing in Jay Uso. And Jay says, you might be right, but Roman might be right. And Jim says, well, you better figure it out because I'm bringing it tonight. Jay says, bring it then. But we're good. They dap up. They leave. They entered the Battle Royal together through the crowd.
Why are they both using Jay's theme? Either give Jimmy his own entrance or let it be Jay's for the first half, and then the second time it goes to do the like yell of Uso. Have it be the Usos yell. Like that would be a very simple transition.
Yeah. Although maybe, I don't know. I feel like not everyone's like super paying attention to what the word at that point.
Depending on how long it runs for, you could have it be all three of their songs.
Yeah.
You could start with Jay's, do the Usos theme, and end it with Jimmy's with the same transition.
Sure.
The entrance is always long.
That is true. They yeet and yeet and yeet. And Jay was holding a baby and yeeting. And
everyone was in this Battle Royal.
I've got
aside from like
every participant.
One or two people.
List them all.
List them.
All right. I'm going to list them and tell you who they got eliminated by. Punk was at ringside watching to see who his opponent would be.
He was on commentary.
Yeah.
He put his bet on LA Knight to win the match.
Yes, he did. We had Otis eliminated by Rusev. Then Tozawa stuck up for Otis, and Rusev immediately eliminated Tozawa. We had Dragon Lee eliminated by Finn and JD.
Like that they got, because they had the match earlier in the night.
We'll get to that, because that's important.
Like that they got some retribution.
Dom eliminated Rusev and Penta when they were fighting on the apron.
Awesome.
Ivar eliminated by Sheamus, which it was shocking to see Ivar in there without...
I guess Eric's hurt again.
Yeah, probably.
So injury prone.
El Grande was eliminated by the Usos. They hit him with a 1D, tossed him out. JD was eliminated by Sheamus as him and Finn tried to throw AJ out. And Finn ended up on the other side of the ropes as well. He hit him with a 10 beats and then threw Finn out. Yeah, Finn kind of just fell out.
No, he shoved him.
Okay, Sheamus was eliminated by Kofi because JD and Finn got back up on the apron, distracted him. Dom eliminated by AJ, but the ref didn't see it. So Dom got back in the ring, was still legal. Kofi was eliminated by AJ.
I really liked seeing Kofi go that far.
I was so hype. I was like, at first I was like, oh, Kofi's in there. That's cool. And then the match he's going.
Was Grayson Waller not in this match? Because I thought I saw him on the graphic.
Yeah.
But I was
he might have been on the
he?
graphic, but he wasn't in the match. AJ was eliminated by Jimmy Uso, which I was hyped. Jimmy eliminated somebody of such relevance. LA Knight and Jimmy Uso were tangled up in the ropes.
LA and Jimmy were tangled up.
And
Jimmy
Jay
could have probably eliminated LA Knight there.
Yeah. And Jay pushed them both out.
After being saved by Jimmy.
Twice throughout the match.
Jay decides to eliminate Jimmy and LA Knight.
Absolutely.
Taking the opportunity for himself.
Yep.
In which, one, you see Jimmy surprised.
Then Jimmy gets very upset.
And two, your final two are actually Dom and Jay. I really like seeing Dom actually get to be a final. Like going into this match, you would assume, it's going to be LA Knight and Jay.
Yes,
that's going to be seeing Dom and Jay. That's pretty interesting.
But Dom drop kicked Jay into the rope, setting up the 619.
And when he goes for the swing, Jay
tossed him up over.
Jay Uso
winner
wins. Loses some trust of Jimmy, but he is going on to face CM Punk.
They have a stare down for a solid amount of time where Jimmy's just screaming at him. And then Jimmy's still screaming at him. Jay just gets up on the ropes and starts eating. Mm-hmm. Then CM Punk gets in the ring, and Jay's staring at him, clapping, stops, clap again. Then they get head to head. And the shot was really good, though, because in between their heads, you just see Jimmy standing there staring up at him. And then Jay claps at him again. Jay was all about some clapping because he was happy that he won that match and betrayed his brother to do so.
To Uso.
Valid. And CM Punk applauded on commentary Jay doing that. He said, "That's the right move. This is every man for himself. You saw
Jimmy
two guys
was playing
that go out
stupid when he was saving Jay.
Yep, Jimmy shouldn't have kept saving his brother, and Jay took advantage of the moment. He did. He won the. I didn't see it being anybody other than Jay or LA Knight to be in this match.
Oddly, I really wish it would have been Dom. It would have felt so out of place.
CM Punk
but especially after
Dom
Punk
stinks.
saying he's dirty Dom because he doesn't wash his gear, and that's the one person
smelly.
he doesn't want to get in the ring with. That's why I would have wanted to see it happen.
Valid.
Or Jimmy. Honestly, I mean, it would have been weird to see Jimmy in a match to crown in a
world heavyweight
vacated
champion,
title, but like
you can now. I was thinking about this realistically. I think the right move is to put the belt on Punk.
We're getting CM Punk as the world champion again.
But they have avenues because if they really want... Because now that Seth's gone, you don't have the belt... It wasn't held hostage by Seth because Seth's a good world champ, number one, and Seth had many stories he could tell.
But it's a lot more of a any man's game.
Yeah, open concept to... You know, we were already pushing this Jay and Jimmy storyline. Mm-hmm. If we really want to push it, we can put the belt on Jay. If we really want to
amp it up, give it to Jay and have him literally be more snobby than freaking
have him be more snobby, have Roman show back up and say, see, you listen to me, you get that. And Jimmy's just like, I'm literally the only reason you were in that match. I saved you. You can tell so many stories with it.
I fully get that avenue, and it wouldn't be a bad one to go down.
I prefer Punk, honestly.
But with the vision still... Looming,
yes.
The easier and probably just better for business
is
option is Punk. Yeah. Because if the vision is still looming, putting it in a storyline that's entirely bloodline focused, that really would have no reason to involve the vision, would feel weird because whatever the vision are doing could also feel as main event as the world title.
Counterpoint to that though would be. You put it on Jay, Vision looming, it's two guys, and Jay has to team with Jimmy, overcoming their differences to constantly fight off Braun and Bronson.
They've already fought Braun and Bronson multiple times before.
Yes, but
I feel like it's an easier story to tell if you want Braun Breaker going after the belt for him to go after CM Punk. And it's a bigger challenge for Braun Breaker.
Yes.
Braun Breaker's beaten Jay Uso.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm just saying.
Pretty sure.
If you go the Jey Uso avenue, it's not like you completely can throw away the Vision side of things. They can still be involved because of the dynamic of Jimmy and Jay versus the unified Braun and Bronson, who have upped their game even more because Bronson just beat Roman and Braun has taken out Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
So it can work either way. I agree. Punk's the better pick.
Punk's the better for business pick.
Yes.
But neither pick is bad at all.
Yes. I'm just glad it's not LA Knight solely because I think
LA Knight needs to be the one to beat Braun Breaker unless Seth Rollins is back.
Exactly. When LA gets the belt...
With this belt right now, with the people looming around it, there's so much like you have to look forward.
Yes.
And think about. Think about how the chain of stuff is going to go.
Finally wins the belt. it needs to be like a top of the
LA
card
Knight needs to
over
win
the
the
top
Royal Rumble.
moment. Rumble could work, and he needs to hold it for a very long time.
And
He
LA
needs to
Knight
be
winning
a
the
very
Rumble,
solid champion.
and if LA Knight won the Rumble, he doesn't even have to win the World Heavyweight title. He can
he
fight
face
for the WWE one.
Yeah, Cody, most likely. So yeah, Punk's the better for.
There's a lot of,
but there's
theoretical branching of it.
Yes,
is from here we're getting CM Punk.
yes.
CM Punk will probably be defeated by Braun Breaker,
Yes.
who will be defeated by either a returning Seth Rollins if he's back, or by LA Knight.
That would be the way to look at it here and now today. I agree 100%.
And then it's any man's game.
Or whoever beats Braun is just going to be a long champ. And it won't be.
Or Braun's just going to be a long champ.
It could be. If Seth's out for a while, and they, like I said, they could put the LA versus Cody, which they probably won't, or have LA lose to Braun, and Braun will just be a forever champ.
Hey, there's also no guarantee. Well, one, maybe LA Knight doesn't win this year's Royal Rumble or something. But also, there's no guarantee Cody Rhodes is champ at WrestleMania.
There's no guarantee.
Probably will be,
He will
but there's
be.
no guarantee.
Yeah, I mean, you've only got probably 4 or 5 pay-per-views. I don't think that belt would ever drop at a Saturday night main event. So you've got 4 to 5 solid pay-per-views, 2 of which he could theoretically drop because they're bigger shows, Royal Rumble and Survivor Series, before the next Mania. So I don't see Cody losing the belt,
but it
could
happen.
happen. Yes. Other things from Raw.
It's really just if they want to pull the trigger on Drew McIntyre.
And they should, but they're not going to. Other things from Raw, we had Becky versus Maxine, since we are talking Becky's backstage promo.
I don't really have much of it. She ended a match in a DQ because she was frustrated, and that was it.
It was yet again.
You'll maybe get another Maxine match.
When she started beating her down, I figured we were going to get Natalya coming out to save her.
Where is she?
And then the crowd started chanting AJ Lee, and I thought, oh, wow, there's no connection between her and Maxine, but if you wanted to bring AJ out to challenge Becky, that would have been a good time to do it. But this was a match. Becky lost, but kept the title.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
A lot of title matches on
Yes, we had...
Raw, though. We had Judgment Day.
Are you going to get that one first?
Sure.
Okay.
Finn Balor. JD
McDonough.
McDonough. World Tag Team Champions. Second
Yes.
defense on a 120-day reign.
Thank the Lord.
Versus AJ Lee. AJ Styles. Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
What a banger. What a banger.
Called it. We called it last week.
As we said last week,
This will
give
be-
them to them. And they
And
did.
they did it.
Freaking
Thank God.
great match.
Yes.
I mean, there was no situation where it was going to be a bad match.
Nah.
AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are your World Tag Team Champions.
Mm-hmm.
Great decision. You know, faces are going to be more likely to defend more often.
Yes.
Also, Dragon Lee is very much benefited from this.
Absolutely.
Thankfully, at this point, he's fully out of the Rey Mysterio vortex.
Yes.
I don't think the LWO is even I mean, the two are the LWO.
Yeah.
He's not with them.
Nah.
They're dead to him. He's hanging out with AJ Styles. AJ's his new mentor.
Yeah.
This is just a fun duo, especially in ring.
Who would have thought we would have gone from Dragon Lee popping off on his debut of SmackDown for like 3 months, joining the LWO, going back down and winning the North American, coming back up to do nothing, to a year or 2 later, he's AJ Styles' tag partner and they win belts. It's such a random.
He's
chain of
AJ's
events
tag
to get
partner
here.
winning belts in what could be AJ's final title run.
Could be. Absolutely.
Hope it's generational.
Yeah.
You don't have many people to defend against, especially if Viking Raiders are out.
They need to put the Usos together.
No,
Let them
at
be
this
the
point, no.
I will always prefer Usos together.
The tag titles seem below them at this point.
Yes and no.
With it being these split, unprestigious tag belts, that's below the Usos, especially below Jay.
Got to bring relevance.
He's a world
to the belts
champion.
somehow.
You know,
Which
I
AJ and
don't know
Dragon
what the
Lee
deal
can.
with Xavier is right now. Xavier's
Yeah.
out. You can still do Grayson Waller and Kofi. You got the LWO.
Phenomenal. You can bring.
You have
some
Creed
SmackDown
Brothers.
people
You
up.
have the Creed Brothers.
No. You don't have the Creed Brothers. You don't have the Creed Brothers or Ivy Nile. I thought about that the other day.
They're not on TV.
You literally-
Why weren't the Creeds in the Battle Royal at least?
Chad Gable had to leave for injury.
Oh, you got the Grandes.
You do have the Grandes. Chad Gable left for injury. And that night, you made it a big point to have Ivan and the Creed Brothers see El Grande show up. The second El Grande, or the new El Grande, the mysterious El Grande, whatever you want to call it. It was a solid 2 to 3 weeks of that. And then they were never seen again.
I think they just possibly want to break American Made off from the El Grande thing in general.
But
the Creed Brothers themselves, with new tag champs, maybe there's hope.
Maybe.
For the Creed Brothers
They're going to be heels, so it makes sense to throw them against AJ and Dragon.
Exactly. But the most logical team is the Grandes. They've already had a feud.
Yeah, absolutely. Could we see El Grande winning tag gold with one of the Grandes?
It would be the Grandes winning tag gold and El Grande winning AAA gold.
Or the IC title.
Too congested of a division right now.
Valid. Moving to that division.
I thought I had something else to say about this. Oh, I'll say this. Did Finn Balor and JD McDonough's tag team title reign suck? Yes.
Yes.
Were they as inactive as they are said to be? Really, they weren't. They had a ton of tag team matches. Yes. They just weren't for the belts. People just don't think about that.
They also had a lot of singles
There was like a month straight where they had a tag team match against Dragon Lee and a partner on every Raw.
Yes.
And they had stuff in AAA. Mm-hmm. They were active. They just weren't active champions. So the
Finn
stats
and JD are going to be on every episode of Raw.
It's just like the stats when like people talk about how many times Seth Rollins has lost to Cody Rhodes, but freaking 20 of those are house shows.
Yeah.
Like it's throwing up inaccurate. Like they're accurate,
stats
but they're
in all of sports are that way. Then.
Convoluted.
Yes.
There's an asterisk.
You can find a stat for anything to suit your argument in the world of sports or wrestling or anything like that. Like, looking at it this way, going to, because we're going to talk about it in a minute anyways, Dom Mysterio. I think they said last night, 182 days as champ or something like that, 8 title defenses. Sami Zayn, U.S. champ for 2 months, 8 title defenses. Like, or 9 now with the last one. It's like, did we feel Dom wasn't relevant? No. Dom was there. Dom was wrestling. But even I got to a point where I was like, I'm seeing him more backstage than in the ring. Let's get a little bit more action. And then we got the span of 3 title defenses in like a month.
Yeah.
Well, okay, in 182 days, now the outlier is what was the space in the middle? Because you had 3 at the very end and a couple in the beginning. There's all that space in the middle that he wasn't active.
But he was active.
He was active, but not in the division
for the AAA championship.
Yes. So stats can work towards whatever argument you want to make.
Finn and JD did not only have one match in that much.
No. Just one.
They had one defense. And please tell me, there wasn't that many other people for them to defend against. I'm not saying the reign was good, but I am saying Finn and JD are still fine as a tag team.
Yes. They're fine as a tag team, and they can be fine as single stars as well. Because if they weren't tagging against Dragon Lee and somebody,
they were having singles matches. They were having single
matches with Dragon Lee or AJ or someone like that. I mean,
they have been very active in ring.
Yes, they are always active, realistically. But we had Dom Rusev. Hated it.
Rusev probably.
This was the first match in a very long time that I watched Dom Mysterio and was unimpressed with Dom's performance.
It just was average Dom stuff to me.
It was average Dom, but also there was 2 particular spots where his selling / effort, I guess, just looked really bad, which made the match just feel dull. At one point, he was, I think, coming for the 619. Rusev stood up to clothesline him. Dom took like one step looking like he was running and then just like stopped all momentum and then kind of like jumped and fell. And then when he came off the top for the frog splash when Rusev got the knees up, instead of trying to land crunched like you would to make it look like the knees hit, he just landed kind of standing up and then fell forward and over. And I was like, granted, he was pulling double duty. He knew he was going to pull double duty. He may have been, saving himself for later.
He knew he was also going to be the semi-Iron Man.
Yeah, he was going to be in a lot of the Royal or Battle Royal stuff. But this was and Dom's gotten so much better in the ring since he started.
And he still looked fine in the Battle Royal.
Yes, it's just this match felt low effort from Dom. He went back to the well with the hammer trick. Rusev found the hammer. Ref threw the hammer out while Ref was turned around. Dom low blowed him to get him to fall
Penta
into the
came
ropes.
out during the match.
Yeah,
distracted
Penta got
Rusev,
involved.
Distracted Dom.
Yes, it was
We're getting the triple threat,
probably.
in which Rusev should win. Or
Someone
Penta.
should beat Dom. It's time.
Rusev or Penta, but I'd rather see Rusev win so that when Penta wins, he can beat Rusev.
Yeah.
Because I don't want Penta to win and have to lose to Rusev.
Yeah. Rusev needs to get it because he's the one that's the big scare.
And he just won. It's weird to say just because it feels longer ago than it actually is. The Sheamus feud.
Yeah. Which, shout out Sheamus being back in the...
Yes, Sheamus returned.
It was hype. I got excited to see Sheamus.
Yeah.
Other thing on Raw was...
We had Stephanie versus Judgment. Stephanie versus Roxanne, whatever match. Roxanne Perez in the ring. Judgment Day beatdown after, really sloppy. Nikki Bella to the save, really sloppy, not on her part, on the Judgment Day's part.
Yeah.
And on Stephanie's part for falling off the top rope when going for a springboard. Yeah. And then Nikki Bella's shirt started falling off.
They cut the cameras out. At first, I was sitting there. I think I was writing a note like, Nikki make the save, jotting down whatever she was doing. I look up at the screen, it's just black. I said, what happened? So
and then you come back and she's holding her shirt like that.
I rewound it and I pressed play like 10 seconds. I'm watching, it just goes black. I said, well, what happened? Then it came back and she's like this. And I was like, oh, she must have had a wardrobe malfunction. That's crazy.
This was rough. Rough segment. Rough segment afterwards of Nikki talking to Stephanie too. Watching Nikki talk to Stephanie is like watching a person talk to a dog.
Rough.
Like,
rough.
Nikki doesn't treat Stephanie like a normal person.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, true. I'm so proud of you. You've done so good. And Stephanie's just like, thanks for having my back. I'll have yours. And Nikki's like, oh, well, I think I've made some new enemies, so I'm going to take you up on that soon. Dead. Nikki Bella and Stephanie Vaquer is not the duo we need.
Not at all. We also had Lyra and Bayley backstage. Bayley's got a surprise for her, but she's got to wait till next week.
You sure? I think it'd be more surprising if you told me now.
Tell me exactly what you're going to do right here, right now. Next week, I got you.
Oh, I love Crazy Bayley. Love it.
Love Crazy Bayley.
Love how Lyra reacts to Bayley.
Yes, this is the best work Lyra's done. I'm here for it.
I mean, I don't think this beats her matches with Becky, but
so here for it. It's the best work Lyra's done.
What? Like, if she's not going to go after the world title, she can't really do anything else.
Not until Becky loses the IC. She can just keep dealing with Crazy Bayley. I'm here for it.
So we have the Kabuki Warriors who, after not winning a match and after losing to Rhea Ripley, saying they got their job done. We're going after the tag titles. And then I assume Lyra and Bayley at some point are going to try to go after them.
They'd be the ones I'd put them on.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. My 100% choice would be Lyra and Bayley.
Yeah.
We've seen Kabuki Warrior reigns. They're never interesting.
No, but also because, like he just said, Lyra's handicapped. If she's not going for world belt until Becky drops, and I don't think Becky should drop soon. It's probably going to be Mania against AJ Lee, if I had to guess. But they can do, just because of how good their stuff is without the belts. You just throw the belts on literally as props at that point, but they're going to keep entertaining.
They're putting so much
around the belts
effort into the character of Bayley right now. You're putting so much like production quality into it too, and it's good.
Yes,
it's only going to be amplified by giving them the tag titles.
I agree. And the tag titles gotten so stale on Charlotte and Alexa.
And I mean, yeah, Kabuki Warriors are believable, but like Bayley and Lyra are a very believable team to beat Alexa and Charlotte.
Absolutely. You let Lyra slap Bayley one time, let Bayley start throwing Charlotte around the ring. That'd be sick. I'd be so here for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, Bayley and Lyra for women's tag champs.
I'm here for it.
Let's do it.
Push it. Let's make it happen. Start tweeting, because that's how you get what you want.
Apparently.
Overall, though, it was a good episode of Raw.
Was there anything else that happened?
I literally think we hit every single thing. I wasn't excited after the first segment with Braun and Bronson and all that, especially seeing that they were on the...
But then hearing announced that we're getting a battle royal...
You hear Battle Royal, I'm like, okay, it could be cool. And then I said, oh, it's just going to be Braun and Bronson dominating everybody.
And then when they say they're not in it,
I'm like, okay, now we're interested.
Now things are getting interesting.
Things can happen here. We can get movement on a couple sides. You've got 2 weeks, 3 weeks till Saturday Night Main Event.
I'm slightly scared that the Brawns will just show up during the world title match and just ruin everything.
I'm not worried about that. I more so think, if anything, you let them go, drop. Like what Drew did to Jacob on SmackDown. Just take Jay out. Now you got to find another person to put in the match. It's going to be Braun Breaker. Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
That's horrible.
I wouldn't.
That's terrible.
It's Braun Breaker.
That's taking away from Jay betraying Jimmy just to win the Battle Royal.
I agree.
Yeah, that would suck.
But I'm more worried about that than them just interfering in the world title match.
Yeah.
Hopefully they just don't touch it at all, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Saturday Night's Main Event, is that next weekend?
It's November. I don't think it's the first weekend in November. I think it's the second, so it's 2 weeks. Yeah, because we're at the 20. Yeah. I think it should be 2 weeks.
Okay.
Maybe 3.
Nothing else has been announced there yet.
No, but I mean, it hasn't been announced.
I don't think they'll do 2 world title matches.
You don't think they'll do Cody Drew there?
I don't think they'll do 2 world title matches at a Saturday Night Main Event, especially when one's to crown a vacant belt.
Yeah, probably.
Probably just save Cody Drew for Survivor Series.
Valid. Cody needs to defend his belt on a pay-per-view, so I'm here for it.
Speaking of Survivor Series, yet again, that's probably what the Stephanie Vacquet stuff is leading to.
Yeah, probably. There's going to be Stephanie, Nikki,
Bayley, and Lyra.
I could be interested now. Stephanie, Nikki, Bayley, Lyra versus Judgment Day and who?
Bayley and Lyra.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I really don't know. They've done a horrible job building for this Survivor Series.
I mean,
they've done a horrible job building for the War Games matches.
Yes, it could be Stephanie, Nikki, Rhea, Io, Kabuki's Judgment Day. I think that's what we originally guessed a couple weeks ago.
That was the
Nikki
clear
Bella.
option.
I don't think we put Nikki in that match.
No,
we put somebody else.
We subbed in. I said you could put in Tiffany for some reason, and then put Julia and Kiana instead of the Judgment Day.
Yeah, you did say that. Yeah, War Games is not looking exciting right now.
Bleak. Speaking of War Games, going over to SmackDown.
Yes.
We are definitely doing some sort of something with the Wyatts and the MFT.
And probably Team Sami Zayn. I think your triple threat pick's right.
I think I got the teams wrong. I don't think it'll be Street Profits. I think it'll be Sammy, Shinsuke,
Ray Phoenix,
Ilya, and Ray Phoenix.
The
people that have been screwed over
by the MFT.
Yep. I got. Have you seen anybody? I mean, nobody's even been talking about War Games
because it's not.
But what a far off pick.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's not guaranteed. It's not confirmed, but if I get that right, only being 2 people off from my initial guess.
If you get it right, you don't have to put the belt up for defense. You win.
I win because I predicted that freaking match. I'll take a bonus point for it.
I'm being 100% honest. I hope you're right, but I'm not excited for it.
I'm not excited for it. I'm excited to see Shinsuke possibly.
Yeah.
Shinsuke, if you're putting Shinsuke, Ilya, Ray Phoenix, and Sami Zayn on the same team, that's sick.
That's sick.
And it's also cool to see that it's nice to see that War Games doesn't have to be just like Roman, Seth, Cody, all them.
Yeah.
But also like it's the Wyatts.
I
don't care. And if it ends up being MFT minus a member, and it'll probably
who do you sit solo?
Theoretically, it should be Solo because he's the leader, but actually, it'll be Tonga Loa.
Oh my god!
He got injured last year, and he's the one who botches.
Come on,
I would honestly sit Tonga. Let him climb over the ring at some point mid match.
Yeah,
Solo could be like, I got a plan, and Tala can like rip through the cage during the match.
Last time there was a plan in War Games, it was
oh my god, we're the only people to bring up that crap
because it sucked.
No, you could have Tala like rip the side of the cage off and get involved.
I see what you're saying.
Show his pure strength.
They've yet to really show anything other than a couple big boots and some choke slams.
He's had a match.
Who did he fight?
He teamed with JC.
Oh, yeah, they did. They had a random off-tag match because we thought that Wyatts were...
there was 2 matches, but Tonga Loa was in one of them. Mm-hmm. Did Tonga team with JC or did Tonga team with Tala?
I think it was JC.
So weird.
It makes no sense.
Well, now the tag team should just be Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga.
Yes.
Theoretically.
Theoretically,
Giving
I
JC
agree.
Mateo no purpose.
Or let's fully take over the tag division. We'll have Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, and then Tala Tonga.
He said, "I'm going to get back every piece of gold that they took from our family."
Lost.
Well, that was both tag titles.
Yeah. We sent a group to Raw to take the belts. We'll send them over here to take it from the Wyatts.
Jesus, JC
Solo
Mateo and
can
Tala
hold
Tonga are too
both
much
world
meat
titles.
for the tag belts.
And we're good.
Solo needs. I gotta put him on my list.
I just
later.
thought of that too. Yeah.
I thought of him earlier and didn't write him down. That
Solo
sounds
does
weird
need
and
a world
irrelevant.
title.
Solo Sikoa
Yes.
should be the WWE champion.
Yes.
Absolutely,
I like
absolutely should be.
I like it 100%. Not gonna
Especially
happen
with this
anytime
new
soon,
rendition of
but
the MFT. Honestly, let them win War Games.
They should, but Team Good Guys would win.
What is Team Good Guys going to accomplish?
Or the Wyatts? They love the Wyatts. They suck. They suck. But yeah, SmackDown.
I had the slight thought it could be like it could be Good Guys versus MFT, and Wyatt just end up showing up mid
match.
games,
Yeah,
but
block out the ring, and they're just
that'd
there.
be so lame.
I would hate it. It would make War Games.
But
that much
also
worse.
a triple threat War Games match with 3 teams of 4 people. That's gonna take forever. It's gonna be an extremely long match.
I would like it though. Actually, I wouldn't because the Wyatts are in it. But
the match will probably be good. Dexter Loomis, Lexter Dumas, and definitely Joe Gacy.
Joe Gacy
are jumping off
they're
the
great.
top.
Yeah, no.
They're jumping off the top of that
No
cage.
complaints about their wrestling ability.
But I have zero excitement to see Eric Rowan, Bo Dallas, Tala Tonga.
Dude. So sure.
I have no excitement to see any of those 3 people in War Games.
Tala Tonga.
You'll get Eric Rowan and Tala Tonga staring at each other.
And Ilya, because
And
he'll be
then
the powerhouse of their group. They'll just kind of stare at each other and then look down at Ilya.
They'll stare at each other, and then Ray Phoenix will jump off the top on both of them.
Yeah, because both those teams have a big guy, and Team Sammy, as of now, the
theoretical
team
Sammy that
has
is
no
being
size.
pitched.
Yeah.
Well, should it be Team Ilya? He's the U.S. champ.
Nah, it's Sammy.
Ilya
It's Team
Dragonov,
Sammy. Yes.
back from injury after over a year. Jacked, neck tat.
Yeah.
Freaking, what a freak.
Love him.
What a freak of nature.
Love him.
Fans barely popped for that intro, but they were popping by the end of the night. Ilya Dragonov, in a very good match,
Yet again, Sami Zayn.
ended Sami
Swiss
Zayn's
Army knife.
U.S. Open challenge by defeating him with an H-bomb. What a move. So deadly looking. But the freaking, what's it called? His dive forward that he hit while Sammy went for the Huluva kick.
The Moscow something?
The something Moscow.
Yeah.
Ariba Moscow or something like that. It's not that, but it's like that.
No. U.S. Open Challenge. It's a Torpedo Moscow.
I don't know. I said Ariba.
Yeah, I don't know where Ariba came from.
Torpedo Moscow,
Yeah.
where he's just flinging himself at Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Goated.
These two killed it.
Yeah. That probably wasn't my favorite match by any means of the Open Challenge.
But the best part was this was the match where, like, Sammy hits the Blue Thunder Bomb and you think, all right, that's it.
And Ilya Dragunov freaking kicks out. And Sammy's shocked. The announcers don't say a word.
Yeah, Sammy's like holding his hand up like, I know I just won.
And then it's just dead silence.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
The fact that the announcers didn't go, what? They just went radio silent.
Mm-hmm.
So sick. Can't wait for this run. Ilya is probably a much better fit on SmackDown than he was on Raw.
Yes.
Granted, when he was on Raw, the roster was honestly very different.
And SmackDown needs the help.
SmackDown needs it. Hey, I'm just saying, who defeated Ilya Dragunov for the NXT Championship?
Who?
Him.
Mello? Is that who he beat?
Carmelo Hayes beat Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah. Congrats,
No.
Mello. I don't think he did.
Ilya Dragunov beat Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, I thought Ilya beat Mello.
Trick Williams beat.
Yeah.
Well,
Bring
then
Trick up and let him win.
Then Carmelo needs to get his revenge.
Yeah. No, Melo's too busy with
Carmelo,
his stuff.
I was thrown off because Carmelo did defend against Ilya.
Yeah.
But then they had another match.
U.S. Open Challenge, by the way, Miz came out to accept, and
Carmelo Hayes in a sick fit.
Yeah.
Whooped him. Yeah. Made him run off.
Absolutely.
We're not getting much of this feud, but I like this feud. It's a good feud to put Melo over.
It's a good feud to put Melo over, and it's just going to end on a random SmackDown. By the SmackDown before Survivor Series.
Yep.
Also, leading back into...
You should have it end with some significance. Have it be like a U.S. title #1 contendership or something. Because the Open Challenge, I'm assuming, isn't continuing.
Yeah. Mixed emotions on it.
Open Challenge should only really be done by a...
Like one or two...
By a established...
Yeah, I agree.
Main event type name.
Before the U.S. Open Challenge... Aldis was talking to Sammy and was like, you're not going to fight tonight because I want Shinsuke to get his rematch, #1. And 2, I'm worried about the MFT. Aldis has no control over his show, and he sucks as a GM.
And Sammy says, I'm going to the ring.
Yeah, Sammy's like, I'm not scared of him. This is an open challenge. That's what this means. It means more to the fans, means more to me, and it means more to the guys in the locker room who need a shot. And then we got Miz taken out, and then Ilja. Also, Solo came out during the match. Distracted
Didn't
Sammy.
hit him, didn't do anything. Just kind of stared at him and went...
Turned around and...
He went...
Yep.
And then walked away.
Back. Yeah.
And Sammy still got the upper hand after the interaction.
Yep. And then the post-match beatdown by the MFT.
But we do have Ilja Dragonov as a champ. Congratulations.
Yes,
it's great to see him back.
Yes. And he looked phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Hyped for it. Other things on SmackDown... We had Charlotte and Alexa versus Sol Ruca and
Zarya.
Yeah.
In which, I don't know if it was just me, it felt like Zarya was in that entire match.
Yeah, pretty much. It was just a match.
For it to be those 4 names, this was way too anticlimactic.
For it to be those 4 names, and for the fact that you have spent weeks building this. We just want a shot. We just want opportunity. We want to show you guys that. And Charlotte and Alexa are like, okay, y'all get together.
And Sol was the one pinned.
It was whatever. This match just didn't feel
right.
right.
Sol tapped.
Yeah, to the figure 8.
Jeez.
It just didn't feel like it was worth the payoff.
It felt like a nothing sandwich.
Yeah.
At the end of the
day, you ate something and you still feel
what this is.
Empty.
Like, I consistently forget... Like, you would have imagined... that the women's tag titles would have been in a better place on Charlotte and Alexa.
Yes. 100%.
And I just keep forgetting their champs.
Should have cut them on Judgment Day at that point.
Yeah, like, the women's tag titles are always going to be a weird thing.
The women's tag titles will have relevancy when they switch to another team for about a month.
The women's tag titles get relevancy because of whoever's challenging for them.
True.
When you put 2 people together who are challenging for them, that's when the belts are relevant.
Yes.
Not when it's during a reign. Not in the middle. Yep. It has to be a newly formed team or a team getting reunited to gain relevancy. The only women's tag title reign that was relevant that wasn't like that was Jade and Bianca's. And that's just because it was Jade and Bianca, and for whatever reason, those belts made it onto every single pay-per-view.
For whatever reason was they were trying to get Jade up
not
to
for
WWE speed.
But like against anybody.
Yeah.
Against anybody in a not very big feud, they were going on the show.
Like I said, Jade, they were trying to get Jade kind of out there, but also Jade and Bianca were 2 of your biggest names in the division.
Even the second you gave the belt to Naomi and it wasn't Jade, they became irrelevant.
Yep. And
like the women's
1,000 times more than
the women's tag titles are just an endless struggle.
They don't know how to do it right.
You have Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss,
2 of the all-time greats.
The problem is, here's the real issue. The women's tag division
doesn't really exist.
It exists. You have tag teams. But it always is revolving around whoever the newest formed tag team is of 2 main event or main event and mid-card or something like that stars put together. That's who the division's going to revolve around.
Yes.
You have a division revolving around 2 main eventers who everyone else they're going to challenge are not plausible threats.
Yeah.
Because all the other people they're challenging are the actual women's tag teams who never win the belts and who aren't big names.
Yeah.
Secret Hervis, Meechin and B-Fab when they're together. Freaking Judgment Day.
Yeah.
These teams aren't relevant. They are more legitimate teams, but they have no relevance and no believability that they could ever defeat this random main event team.
But that's it. You just said the 4 teams.
There's more teams
discounting
at times,
Bayley and Lyra because they're newly formed as a tag team again. But
oh god, they have lost a lot of teams recently. They lost the freaking Unholy Union. They lost Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. But none of those teams ever did anything.
Nope.
The women's tag title has stuck to a very specific formula, and it's a bad formula.
It's never worked.
Ever.
It's horrible. Which sucks.
If I were to say, who are the best women's tag team champions? Is there even an answer there? I guess you got to say Jade and Bianca just because they were the only ones who could get it on pay-per-views.
Jade and Bianca, and then before them...
Chelsea Green and Piper Niven.
Oh, yeah.
They were sleeper good, and they were out of time, and another team they lost were the freaking Party Girls.
Yeah.
They were at a weird time where there was a ton of women's tag teams. None of them were very big names. So the whole division was believable to be facing each other.
Yes.
And it worked.
Thinking back to the tag titles since their inception, I think aside from the current people who've held it in the past 6 months or so, I can only name 3 groups that have held them.
Ever?
Yeah.
Because it's not groups.
Or teams.
It's pick a single star and there's together. 3 other people they've held them with.
Yeah. It's whatever. And they make the belts that way. No different than the U.S. title. Women's U.S., you have done nothing with it. You, again, have no division around there to fight for it that's believable because none of your mid-carders on SmackDown can get in the ring with Julia.
Because it's not a mid-card. It's main event and garbage.
Debatable. I would not put Chelsea Green as garbage.
She's in the tag division now. She doesn't even count.
I guess. Well, then you literally only have B-Fab and Michin.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah.
That's the only 2. Yeah. It's Michin and B-Fab. A manager and Michin.
Well, don't worry. Kiana James is about to break out in this division.
Closer to sniffing the world title than the freaking U.S. one.
She's getting a match against Tiffany.
She's facing Tiffany. She's going to get whooped. Julia's going to punk her.
Yeah. Absolutely.
2-belt Julia. Come on.
It's about the only option you got at this point.
She was such a big free agent signing. Mm-hmm. And I like Stephanie Vaquer.
Here we go.
I don't want this to sound...
Lock in, boys and girls. Here we go.
I don't want this to sound like I dislike Stephanie Vaquer.
Sounds like you dislike Stephanie Vaquer.
But Julia, they announced her signing months and months and months and months before she came to NXT. Mm-hmm. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
She came out on Stand and Deliver the year before she ever made her in-ring debut. Mm-hmm. When she made her debut, it was massive.
Yeah.
Huge. Her face, the first match on NXT on the CW was her versus Roxanne Perez for the belt. But what happened? About a couple months prior, Mercedes Moné on Forbidden Door fought Stephanie Vaquer. And WWE saw that and said, we need her.
Yep.
And they signed Stephanie. In the second they brought in Julia, they brought in Stephanie to NXT very close after.
Yes.
And they gave any bit of momentum Julia should have had to Stephanie Vaquer. Julia did win the NXT title first.
She was NXT title, and then
for
Julia was North American.
Days. No. Yeah, Stephanie was North American.
Yeah, Stephanie was North American.
Julia won it for a couple, for maybe a month, just for Stephanie to beat her.
Yes.
Julia had to call in backup from Stephanie Vaquer, which is Stephanie's whole debut. Instantly, Julia being like, I'm not good enough to do this alone. Stephanie Vaquer. Mm-hmm. They come to the main roster. Julia made it to the main roster first, too, but they come to the main roster. Stephanie Vaquer gets put in Money in the Bank 2 weeks into her being there in the same match as Julia. Mm-hmm. Julia, they're forcing to play this weird tag team buddy with Roxanne Perez while Stephanie gets to constantly be talked about more, constantly have the spotlight put on her, and gets to absolutely show out at every performance. Julia can show out just as much as Stephanie Vaquer. Julia, just never got the opportunity that Stephanie got.
She had the short end of the stick.
She got the women's U.S. title while Stephanie got the women's world title.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You brought in Julia. You put her on SmackDown so that she wouldn't be on the same brand as Stephanie. Why are you dilly-dallying with the U.S. title ever? You should have just gone ahead and let her beat Tiffany.
Because they were scared to take the belt off Tiffany.
No, because
I think
don't
once they
want
take
to
the
push
belt off Tiffany, Tiffany will no longer be a top dog. She'll plummet.
Not realized how big of a signing Julia really was.
Yeah.
It was a massive signing.
But the average fan doesn't realize that.
But like they did. When they crazy ovation when they first showed her on Stand and Deliver.
Yes.
Insane. And I get it. The NXT fans are more in tune with wrestling as opposed to just
absolutely.
SmackDown.
But I also feel like SmackDown at this point in time, because it's so dull at times, is the show for the average or random tuning in wrestling fan and not the I'm watching wrestling because
But in general, this person, Julia, is too big of a signing to be booked how she is.
Yeah.
Like,
but she's booked that way.
It just makes no sense.
A lot of it doesn't make sense.
Like, to put it in comparison, like, they're not the same person anywhere near, but like, Julia was like the biggest women's wrestler in Japan. Like, massive deal. If they were to go over there and sign whoever maybe New Japan's second tier or third tier guy is, they wouldn't book him like this at all.
No.
Not in the modern. But the problem is they got Julia and then they got Stephanie and they were like, "Oh, this is the new toy. I don't want to play with you anymore."
Happens in the world all the time. Julia's just getting the short end of the stick.
Oh, this is the new toy and she has a move that the fans go crazy for. Goodbye, Julia.
Absolutely.
I don't get it. And I still like Stephanie Vaquer. I love Stephanie Vaquer. But she is a heavy reason for why Julia is not booked as big as she should be.
And the Julia rant of the week is now concluded. Take a bow. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. Julia is not booked the way she should be booked.
It's like a Braun Breaker Carmelo Hayes situation. They should be on the same level.
But realistically,
they were always hyped up to be on the same level, but they made the main roster and weren't booked on the same level.
Yes, but I go back to this. The other problem is SmackDown women roster sucks.
And you put her on that show.
To try to bring
You
hype,
made the active decision to put her on that show.
I guess to try to bring the hype, but it doesn't matter
if you Roxanne Perez stay on Raw while you force Julia to go to SmackDown.
Oh, yeah. I wish Roxanne would have gone to SmackDown and let Julia stay on Raw.
Because let me tell you something. I don't care about that division.
Roxanne would not elevate a division at all on SmackDown. Julia can actually
And if Roxanne were to beat Tiffany, I'd be like, great. I don't even like that division, so I don't care that you're champ.
Absolutely.
But if Roxanne wins the Raw Women's title, I'll be pretty mad.
I'll be so over it. I think realistically, looking at the field right now on Raw, to beat Stephanie, the only ones I'd be like, and it's not, I'm saying okay, as in like they should do it, but like just going level for level, Becky can beat Stephanie, and I would not be.
You're saying possibly can, not who you want to.
Yeah. Like, would I be upset storyline-wise if Becky just popped up to the top spot and beat Stephanie? Yes. But like wrestler to wrestler, I would not be upset at all that Becky beat her. After that, on Raw,
Io Sky, Rhea.
There's your three.
Asuka. She's Asuka.
I love Asuka, but I don't think Asuka's ever going to be world champ again.
She will be.
You think so?
It'll be a random reign.
Maybe.
But it will happen.
Kari can do it as well, wrestling-wise.
But
they're not going to do that.
She doesn't have the plot armor.
No.
Now,
on SmackDown?
Who on SmackDown can beat Julia?
You mean Stephanie?
No.
I'm saying if I was to take women from the SmackDown roster that can beat Stephanie.
I'm saying if you compare Stephanie on the Raw roster compared to Julia on the SmackDown roster, who can beat Julia?
Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
Arguably Alexa Bliss.
But it's not off wrestling.
No. Alexa's a better wrestler than people give her credit for.
Yes, but
she's not Julia.
She's no Charlotte Flair.
She's no Charlotte Flair. So Charlotte, possibly Alexa, Bianca when she comes back.
She's a no factor.
When she comes back, Bianca. After that, Nah. Julia's got it. Easy sweep.
Exactly.
But now add Julia to the list of the people I just said. Drop Alexa and keep it so it's just Charlotte and Julia plus Bianca when she comes back. Those are the only girls from SmackDown that can come over and beat Stephanie. That'd be okay with.
Yeah.
The SmackDown roster just sucks. And if you look at Stephanie Vaquer, I'm just going to keep talking about the women's division for a minute. Stephanie Vaquer, if Bayley, who's, yes.
Oh, you left out on Raw.
No.
Bayley could beat Stephanie.
Yes, no, I'm saying I was looking at kind of from top dog division. That's why I said forget Becky moving up for the theory of it. But I know they're tag division, but if Bayley fought her, I'd be fine with it. And it would be a good match. If Lyra fought her, it'd be a good match.
Because if Becky could beat Stephanie, Lyra can beat Becky.
Yeah. I'm sure Raquel could give you a better match than what Roxanne gave you.
Raquel will give you a sleeper match. Because
yes.
I kind of want to see Raquel do it.
Absolutely. I don't think Nikki Bella would be good, personally. Maxine wouldn't. Natalya wouldn't. Who else is there? That might be the whole division.
Naomi's hurt.
Yeah, Naomi's hurt. I can
Liv
tell
Morgan's
you.
hurt.
Yeah, I can tell you on SmackDown.
Plot armor wise, Liv Morgan could take on Stephanie, but in ring, no shot,
not
a chance.
But looking at SmackDown, there's not a person out of that list that can even go toe to toe with Stephanie, and it goes vice versa for Julia. Any one of those Raw women coming over to fight Julia would be a banger / a good match / I wouldn't be upset about Julia winning or losing. In her division, it's literally Charlotte, Bianca, and Alexa. That is it. The division just sucks.
It might happen, but I don't think Tiffany Stratton can beat Julia. It just doesn't make sense.
Realistically, no. But
Tiffany Stratton struggles with Nia Jax on the weekly.
I forgot about Nia Jax. She can't beat Julia.
But I
forgot about Nia Jax.
I mean, if she sits on her too hard,
comes out the corner,
she'll physically actually injure her.
All right, we spent too long on this Julia women's division rant
this week. We haven't even talked about Cody Rhodes.
We'll get there in a second.
What else is there to talk about before?
Well, I was just going to do the build up to it. Aldis announces that we're getting a number one contendership match for Cody's belt between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre to start the whole show off. Cody comes out and he cuts a promo about losing to Seth. And he's like, hey, I'm just moving forward. Which, like we said,
I got to continue doing what I got to do.
I got to handle my business. My business is SmackDown business. And we literally said Cody will not be affected by losing to Seth, which he wasn't.
And, I mean, logically, it's right.
Yes.
He beat me, but I still got SmackDown.
Absolutely. Then we had basically the match was about to happen. Jacob talked to Cody backstage, all gas.
Drew was standing in the background.
Uh-huh. Jacob's music hits for the main event.
No entrance.
We're sitting there just looking at the Titantron, and then they cut backstage, and there's like a shelf on Jacob's back. There's blood on the ground.
There's teeth on the ground.
There's teeth in the blood.
There's been a lot of medical reports lately that Jacob Fatu was going to be out for a while.
It had something to do with his actual teeth.
He has to actually get work done with his mouth, health-wise, I saw. So, I mean,
cool.
Writing him out
makes sense.
I mean, they clearly weren't real teeth.
We could put a little bit more effort into the special effects, but
I mean, it looked good.
Yeah,
I fully got it. I was like, oh, his mouth got busted.
Yeah.
Open.
So we see him back there. They all, Jacob, are you okay? They cut the commercial. They come back. Aldis is crouched down. Jacob, did you see anything? What's going on?
Jacob logically does not say any words.
Yeah. Drew's music hits, and Drew's smiling, walking down to the ring. He's happy. He gets down there. He says, referee, raise my hand. Announce me as your number one contender.
I thought Randy was going to come out.
I wish. Aldis comes out to say, Drew, if I found out you had anything to do with this, and Drew says, I'll stop you right there. I had nothing to do with this.
Watch him have nothing to do with it. It's
Probably, yeah. Drew had nothing to do with this. He has jumped through hoops and worked for his shot. Don't tell me you're a part of corporate Cody's group.
Don't tell me you work for
Cody. Work for corporate Cody. And then we get corporate Cody Rhodes.
Enough.
Oh, my God.
Enough.
I'm so done.
Cody Rhodes comes down in his business suit.
So stupid.
And says, I'm tired of this.
You think these people want to hear you? Yeah,
they want to see a match. I'll fight you for this belt right now.
A number one contender match. That's what he said.
But then he said, I'll put this title on the line right now.
Yeah, no. He's saying the fans wanted to see a number one contender match. He lost his breath for a second.
Well, he's Cody Rhodes cutting a promo.
Yeah, good point.
So he walks down. They start brawling. Instant commercial break.
They start swinging on each other.
They're still just brawling outside.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes is in the ring. Half of the stuff he came out in.
Then they get in the ring and they ring the bell.
They ring the bell and have a match. And the match is barely even a match. It's just like them scrapping with each other. And Cody,
it's like,
Cody biting him. And
I push you in the corner, get a couple hits. Here's a future shot DDT. I'm going to bite you in the corner, which
they didn't have much time.
Biting? I would think.
They said that, like, the announcers were like, what even is this match?
Yeah,
is
literally.
The belt on the line? Is this no DQ? What is this?
Aldis literally just walked away.
Like there was no clarification.
Yeah.
So, sure, Cody can bite him.
Okay, sure. And then you're Cody Rhodes. You're this amazing, phenomenal wrestler. You're the best in WWE. The fans love you. You've got this hard edge to you tonight. You're going to take down Drew McIntyre. This is a fight. We've been fighting since we went to commercial break, and I'm still fighting with you. I get in a match when he does the fall back and slap up move, because that's just classic Cody Rhodes. In a fight like that, you don't do that move. It doesn't fit the moment.
Yeah.
And then we go down to ringside. Cody hit like a Cody Cutter, and he rolls out. Drew rolls out after him. Sends Cody over into the timekeeper's area.
And Cody just hits him with the belt. DQ.
Done. Right there. Done.
They keep fighting for a little bit. Hey.
Go ahead. Finish what you want to say.
I didn't even mind this.
Okay.
Look, we got to see Cody Rhodes wrestle in one of his prestigious business suits. Cody Rhodes hitting him with the belt.
He lost one of his
Cody
shoes.
Rhodes biting him, missing a shoe. You'll say, oh, he's supposed to be this great heel. You know what I say? This is Cody Rhodes losing it. He is going absolutely crazy. He's going insane. And honestly, it's the best play here. He lost to Seth Rollins. He's tired of Drew McIntyre complaining. Let's just have him turn into a psychopath. This was the most psychopathic thing I have seen. Him walking out there in his clothes, yelling for a match, and then just starts fighting and biting Drew McIntyre.
But they're not going to make him a full-time psychopath. They're not going to make him a full-time heel. He'll come out next week perfectly happy and smiling. And
I don't know that yet.
About?
I don't know that yet. But I'll say for this week, I liked it. I liked it enough. And within a feud with Drew McIntyre, he's going to stay a psychopath against Drew.
You're Cody Rhodes. You came down there. You challenged Drew McIntyre to a title match. I'm going to defend my title against you tonight. You should not disqualify yourself. I don't care if it's a fight. I don't care that you're getting scrappy. I don't care that you're going psycho. I don't care that you're trying to be a heel or whatever. You challenged him to the match. You don't get yourself DQ'd. Next, you hit him with the belt. You keep fighting. You try to go for the crossroads through the table. Get separated by security. Cody gets back in the ring, goes up top, flies out and hits Drew in the masses, climbs back into the ring. Come on, let's go. Again, you were fighting him. You were having a match. Why disqualify yourself if you want to keep fighting?
This is just all the more grounds for Drew to be like, Cody's crazy. He attacked me with the title last week.
Sucks.
He's losing his mind.
Yeah.
I didn't even attack Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
I
really hope
this gives you great fuel for Drew McIntyre. And this, you complain about Cody doing stuff.
They had great fuel for Drew and Cody when Cody tried to take him outside of the ring and put him through a table for no reason, and Drew put his head through a table, and then they threw it away.
And now you get more of Drew being able to blame Cody for being crazy. And you get upset at stuff Cody does because Cody's supposed to be this great face. I do too. But honestly, I know who Cody Rhodes really is.
Supposed to be a heel.
He's a psychopath.
Every day of the week.
So seeing him do this, seeing these things crack, it might not seem like there's instant payoff to this because he might go back to maybe playing the corporate role.
To me, there's no might. He will be corporate Cody next week. But seeing that
there's these cracks at least gives me some bit of hope.
I have no hope when it comes to him. That's just me. Until they finally pull the trigger fully, I have no hope because he will be corporate Cody next week. He'll walk out there. He'll be in a business suit, smiling and carrying on. What do you want to talk about?
And then he'll see Drew McIntyre and go rabid animal mode on him.
Maybe Drew would just drop him next week.
Next week, this video releases the day before.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe this upcoming SmackDown, Drew will just drop him and we won't have to listen to Cody talk.
I don't know. I'm not as low on it as you were.
I'm very low on it.
Because I hate everything Cody does, and I hated this less. So
it don't matter. The payoff won't be there. Drew won't win the belt, and Cody will still be a face by the end of it. So, but yeah. All right. Match of the week, wrestler of the week.
Match of the week, Finn Balor, JD McDonough versus Dragon Lee and AJ Styles.
Valid.
For the World Tag Team titles.
Valid.
Wrestler of the week, Ilja Dragonov.
Valid. I will definitely go same wrestler of the week. And I really wanted to put Ilja and Sammy as match of the week. Dragon Lee and AJ with the banger against Finn and JD. I've given Finn, JD, and Dragon Lee enough time in the sun. Let's go. Match of the week, Sammy and Ilja. It was a banger. But every match from Sammy's defense has been, or open challenge, has been a very good match. So this wasn't the best one, like you said earlier, but
I don't know what I think the best one was. Probably Carmelo Hayes.
Melo was very good.
The ending was so good.
Ray Phoenix was solid too.
I mean, it was part of me first wants to just say John Cena.
Yeah, I'm not counting Cena in it because it's Cena.
Alistair was fine. Shinsuke was fine.
Yeah. Both ended in a weird way.
Someone I'm missing?
Cena, Ray Phoenix, Alistair, Shinsuke, Ilja. We're at 5 and he had 9
I thought he had
total.
7.
Or 7 total? No, they said 8 on the show. I don't know if they meant that was the 8th or if he had 8 before. I think he said 8 times Sammy hasn't known who he's fighting.
Did you count Cena on your fingers?
Cena.
He faced Cena, and then he faced Ray Phoenix.
And then Melo?
The third one was Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
Fourth was Melo. No, fourth was somebody in between Melo coming back
Javon.
out. Fourth was Javon Evans.
Yeah.
Fifth was Melo came out, got punked, Alistair Black.
Yes.
Sixth was
Shinsuke. No? Was there one more?
I think there was somebody in between Shinsuke and Alistair.
I don't know who it could be. Off the SmackDown roster, I'm trying to think who.
It just doesn't, in my brain, I don't feel like it was Alistair and then Shinsuke.
Alistair came out and Damian jumped him at the end of the match. Next week would have been, were they in Australia when Alistair slapped Damian with the fire? That was last 2 weeks ago?
So, yeah, because that was Shinsuke versus...
Then, yeah, it was. I think it went straight into that.
I thought there was one in between.
If there was, then we're at 8. If there wasn't, we're at 7. So there had to
I
have
really
been
can't
one.
think of who it would have been.
It's all right. I'll give a match of the week. And we both gave Ilja wrestler of the week. Anything else? Got SmackDown Friday night. Let's hope for some Drew McIntyre gold. Let's hope for some Julia greatness. Let's hope Kiana James actually has a chance against Tiffany. She doesn't.
Kiana James is going to be the one to take it off Tiffany, actually.
She's so
crazy
awesome.
curveball.
So awesome.
Kiana James said, I have what it takes. What if she does?
It's not that she doesn't. That's the sad part. Just her character.
When they fought in
doesn't.
NXT, she gave her a run for her money.
Yeah, but I was saying, her character right now just, there's no chance.
She has the opposite of plot armor.
Yeah.
Like, everything's going against her.
Absolutely. Except that she's, well, no, even being with Julia, just being on SmackDown is a automatic deduction from your plot armor.
Being on SmackDown.
If you're in the women's division, it's just, it doesn't work out. But yeah, thank you for tuning in to episode 19 of the Heel Tactics podcast. Like Christian said at the beginning of the show, it was a big week in wrestling. Not as big as last week. There were 2 title
changes on Raw and SmackDown.
But it was very...
Technically 3 if you count Vacant winning a belt again.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a lot. Raw was a very, very busy show. SmackDown, not so much, but still some key points. Ilja was the biggest spot, realistically. But yeah, shout out to Ilja. Shout out to Julia, 2 belts Julia coming soon. Christian has been pushing for this one, and I hope he gets it because it's the only.
I don't even care if
move.
it's 2 belts. I just care about women's champion Julia.
Yeah, at this point in time. But yeah, you know where to find us. We're here on YouTube, main channel. We're on social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Podcast is posted on Spotify, Amazon Podcast, and iHeartRadio, and of course here on YouTube. We post every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. And yeah, that's it. I hope you have a good day, good night, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. We'll see you back next week. And yeah, thank you.